At first glance, it looks impossible. A fish lies motionless in the shallows. Pale, intact, and almost bloodless. No shredded flesh, no violent struggle, no trail of attack, just one eerie clue, a round wound on its body. So what happened here? What predator kills without tearing, feeds without leaving a mess, and drains a living animal until it becomes a body with no blood? Tonight we investigate the crime scene. Case file: one adult salmon. Found at dawn near the riverbank. Body mostly intact, scales still attached. No major bite marks from a large predator. No obvious blood in the water, but something is wrong. The gills are unusually pale, the body looks weak. Almost emptied from the inside. And near the flank, investigators find the strangest clue of all. A single circular wound. Clean, round, deliberate. This was not random damage. This was a signature. In nature, every predator leaves evidence. A pike usually tears. An otter crushes and rips. A bird of prey punctures and carries. But this body docent matched those patterns. There's no torn belly, no broken spine, no missing chunks of flesh, and most importantly, there's almost no blood. That changes everything. Because if the blood isn't around the body, then the blood may have been taken somewhere else. This fish may not have died here. It may have drifted here after the attack, which means the real scene of the crime was underwater. Suspect number 1, the pike, a fast ambush hunter, sharp teeth, explosive strike. Pike are deadly but messy. They leave slash marks, tearing damage, and clear trauma from the bite. This salmon has none of that. No ripped tissue. No jagged wounds. The pike didn't do this. Suspect number 2, the otter. Otters often target fish, especially in rivers and shallow water. But otters usually eat quickly and visibly. They open the body. They tear into soft tissue. They leave a feeding site that looks obvious. This fish is still almost whole. No ripped abdomen, no crushed skull, no clear feeding pattern. The otter is out. Suspect number 3, the leech. Now we're getting closer. Leeches feed on blood. They attach quietly. They can leave surprisingly little chaos behind, but there's a problem. Leeches usually leave smaller, less dramatic feeding marks. And one leech alone wouldn't explain a larger fish becoming this weak, this pale, and this depleted. The wound on this body is too distinctive, too round, too severe. This was something stronger. Something built to latch on and not let go. Then the investigators notice it. The wound isn't random at all. It's a nearly perfect circle. That detail points to one of the strangest predators in the water, the sea lamprey. A jawless fish that looks ancient, because it is. And instead of biting like a normal predator, it attaches like a living suction device. Once locked in place, it begins to feed, slowly, efficiently, relentlessly. A sea lamprey doesn't hunt with speed, it hunts with contact. Its round mouth works like a suction cup, lined with rings of teeth. At the center is a rasping tongue that grinds into flesh. First it attaches to the fish, then it scrapes through skin. Then it releases chemicals that prevent the blood from clotting, and then it feeds, not with a violent kill, but with a slow drain, blood. Body fluids, energy, the prey may keep swimming at first. But as the attack continues, it weakens, it loses strength, it loses blood pressure. It loses the ability to escape. Some victims survive. This one didn't. Here's what likely happened. Somewhere deeper in the river, the salmon was already under stress from migration. That is when the lamprey attached. No explosion of violence, no splashy attack, just pressure and time. The lamprey stayed locked on long enough to open the wound and feed. The salmon weakened as blood and fluids were lost. Injured, exhausted, and unable to recover, it eventually died. Then the current carried the body downstream. By the time it reached the shallows, the killer was long gone. That's why there was no struggle at the discovery site, no blood pool, no active predator, just the body, and one circular clue. So who drained the prey? Not a wolf, not an otter, not a giant fish monster. The real killer was a parasite-like predator from the ancient world, the sea lamprey, a mouth without jaws. A feeding method without mercy, and a crime scene so quiet. Most animals never see it coming. Nature doesn't always kill with claws. Sometimes it kills with patience. If you want more wildlife crime scenes, forensic breakdowns, and predator mysteries, subscribe now. Because in the wild, everybody tells a story. And we're just getting started.